Let's be real for a second. Have you ever felt like personal finance is a game that's just, rigged against you? You try to play, but the rules are confusing and it feels like you're always one step behind. Well, today we're flipping that script. We're going to treat money like a game you can actually win. So let's get into it because we're about to enter the cheat codes.
Oof, does this sound a little too familiar? That sinking feeling in your stomach when you look at your balance, followed by that frantic promise to yourself, okay, next month I'm going to be better, only for the whole cycle to start all over again. Well, that ends today. This is your cheat sheet to finally break out of that loop for good.
Okay, first things first, before you can even think about scoring points, you have to understand the basic rules of the game. And rule number 1 is the simplest, but also the most important. You've got to know what's actually happening on the field.
I know. Nobody wants to hear the word budget. It just sounds boring. We'd all rather find some secret stock tip or a get-rich-quick scheme that prints money overnight, right? But the honest truth, the single most powerful tool you have is just tracking what comes in and what goes out. It is the absolute foundation for everything else we're about to talk about.
And that's it. That's the big secret. The solution is totally free, it's simple, but it demands one thing. You have to actually do it. See, people with a budget aren't stressed because they're wizards. They're not stressed because they know exactly where their money is going before it's gone. This isn't some clever hack, it's just discipline.
All right, so once you know the rules, it's time to go on offense. This is the fun part. This is where we stop just defending our bank account from overdraft fees and start actively trying to score points and build some real, lasting wealth. Now, what's so powerful about this slide is the shift in thinking. Most people live by the default plan on the left. You pay your rent, Netflix, groceries, and then you just hope there's something left to save. And spoiler alert, there never is. The winning plan completely flips that. You treat your savings like it's the most important bill you have. You pay yourself first.
So the real cheat code to make this happen? Automate it. Just set up a recurring transfer that zips money over to your savings account the second your paycheck hits. It's an out-of-sight, out-of-mind trick. If you never see that money in your checking account, you won't even be tempted to spend it. And trust me, future you will be so thankful when a real emergency pops up.
Okay, let's talk about investing. So many people are absolutely terrified of it because they think you need to be some Wall Street genius who can predict the future. You don't. The most powerful force in investing isn't having a high IQ or getting lucky. It's just time.
And this right here proves it. Seriously, look at this. The person who started 10 years earlier with half the monthly amount ends up with more money in the end. That's not a typo. It's because their money had a decade-long head start to grow, and then the money it earned started earning its own money. That, my friends, is the magic of compound interest. It's an absolute game changer.
Look, don't get paralyzed by all the options out there. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Just open an account, buy a simple, low-cost index fund, which is basically a basket that holds tiny pieces of all the big companies, and then let it go. Let it grow. That's it. Congratulations, you're officially an investor. A great offense is exciting, but let me tell you, a terrible defense will lose you the game every single time. So now we're going to talk about protecting what you've built and avoiding those nasty penalties that can wipe you right off the board. This little 3-digit number has a crazy amount of power over your life. It's not just about getting a credit card, it literally dictates the interest rates you'll pay on a car or a house, and it can even impact your ability to get a job or rent an apartment. It's basically your financial reputation, all boiled down to one number. The good news is, building a great score isn't rocket science. It's all about consistency. You just do these 4 simple things month after month, and your score will take care of itself. But the most important cheat code here, number 4. Treat your credit card like it's a debit card. Only spend money you actually have in the bank, and then pay it off in full every single month. No exceptions. I want you to think of debt like a backpack full of rocks you have to carry everywhere you go. But here's the thing, not all rocks are the same. Stupid rocks are that high-interest credit card debt from buying stuff you didn't need. They just weigh you down. But okay rocks, like a mortgage, are different. That's debt you use to buy an asset, like a house, that can actually grow in value over time. And this brings us to this crucial idea in finance. Interest is a double-edged sword. It can be the most powerful wealth-building tool you have, working for you 24/7, or it can be a totally destructive force that keeps you trapped in debt forever. It all just depends on which side of the equation you're on, earning it or paying it. Insurance. Nobody likes paying for insurance, right? It feels like you're just throwing money into a black hole every single month. But insurance isn't an investment. It's a shield. It's the one and only thing standing between you and a single stroke of bad luck, completely destroying decades of your hard work.
So here's the cheat code, and this is really important. The goal isn't to find the absolute rock bottom, cheapest premium you can. The goal is to make sure you won't go bankrupt if something terrible actually happens. Because let's be honest, life is unpredictable. Eventually, something will go wrong. You need to be ready.
Okay, we've covered offense, we've covered defense. Now, let's talk about the final quarter. How do you actually keep score in this game, and what's the ultimate prize you're even playing for? You know, it's so easy to think of retirement as a problem for some older, future version of yourself. But it's not. The decisions you make, or fail to make, today are actively writing the story of your future self's life. Don't let it be a tragedy. So, what's the target? Aim for this. This is the magic number. If you can just consistently save 15% of your income for retirement and you start in your 20s, compound interest will do all the heavy lifting for you. You'll be fine. But the longer you wait, the bigger and heavier that lift becomes.
Think about it. We track so many numbers in our lives. Our salary, our credit score, what the stock market is doing today. But if you had to pick just one number to measure how you're doing in the money game, what would it be?
It's this one, your net worth. This is the real scoreboard. It's a super simple calculation. Just everything you own, your assets, minus everything you owe, your liabilities. Your salary doesn't matter if you spend it all. Your fancy car doesn't matter if you owe more on it than it's worth. This number is the stone-cold truth of your financial health.
And that brings us to the ultimate cheat code for the entire game. Stop obsessing over a higher income and start focusing on a higher net worth. The goal is simple. Not easy, but simple. Make your assets go up and make your liabilities go down. That is how you win.
So, we've gone through the rules, the offense, the defense, and how to keep score. But you know what? Knowing all of this stuff changes absolutely nothing if you don't act on it. The real financial cheat code isn't some secret you find online. It's turning what you just learned into action. The game is beatable. The rules are right here. Now, go play.